So today we're going to be showing a fan cut application for kinesio tape. Kind of looks like this. Some people call it the squid. And it's used for swelling reduction. So anything that we have that's particularly swollen, be it post-surgical or even freshly injured, this is a good application to have at your disposal. So I've pre-cut one of these so we wouldn't have to do it twice. And I will now show you how to do that same arrangement. So you're going to round out one of these edges, take the sharp corners off so that it doesn't get caught up on clothing or anything else. And then you just fold it back. And this one takes a little arts and crafts know-how, but basically you just fold it back and you try and cut about 5 of these skinny tails. In some of the tapes that you'll see, they'll have these little guides on the back. You're welcome to use those. You're welcome to eyeball it. If the tails aren't all exactly the same width or shape, that doesn't really matter. We do this because we're trying to stimulate the lymph system, which sits just underneath our skin, and it does not take a lot of pressure at all to stimulate that. And so because these tails are so skinny, the amount of pull they're actually going to have on your skin is going to be very minimal. But that's kind of what we want in this scenario. See, and these last 2 tails are going to be pretty fat for me, but that's okay. That's what we want in this scenario. We don't want a lot of tension. We don't want a lot of pull. And these skinny tails are a good way to accomplish that. Okay, so now we have these 2 squids. And we're going to apply it here to Jacob's knee. Say, for instance, again, if it was a post-surgical knee or if he had just gotten banged up playing soccer or anything like that, you want to put the head of the squid kind of up towards the thigh. You always want things to be kind of flowing upwards. And that's where you think about when you anchor something and then draw the tension down, that recoil, this tape is elastic, that recoil is going to pull it back up. So that's the direction we want things to go. So we're going to peel this back so that there's just no tension. It's just this little flap of tape. And we want to aim it kind of diagonally around the tissue we're aiming for. So we're aiming for his knee. We're going to tape it, looks like about halfway up his thigh. And we're just going to draw them all down at once. And then we're going to come in here and clean that up a little bit. Or clean that up a lot. So you kind of take one. Again, we don't want a whole lot of pull. Almost if you go where it's completely slack and just a little bit more than that, that's really all you want. And then you just lay that down, down, down. And again, sort of no tension at the end. Leave that free and just lay it down. And you would then come over to the opposite side. Same thing, lay that down, kind of as far down as it goes. I could have very easily have applied this kind of further up the thigh, because what we really want is to get close to our collection of lymph nodes, and we have some in our groin, so that's kind of where we want things to flow towards, to take up that swelling. And we basically just try and create a nice even separation between these tails, or at least as even as we can get it. And so as I've applied this here, I can see that I could probably do a better job of getting this first tail down a little wider. So I'm just going to quickly reapply that, smooth these out, make sure I got good contact, and then repeat the process just from the opposite side. So again, a free-floating, tension-free head. Lay that down. I'm going to come right across the knee, right over the tape I just applied. And so at the end here, you will, this got a little messy back here. At the end here, you'll wind up with this kind of waffle pattern on the tissue that you're taping. And you'll actually see that if this was swollen, if we were to check on him in a couple of days, you would see a reduction of swelling right underneath where this tape is being applied. And so we're using the knee, but of course in reality you can use this anywhere in the body. I'll use this also on, I'm just going to leave that be there. I'll use this also on low backs. If someone has, say, been in a car accident and they're really stiff and things aren't moving well, I'll certainly use this on shoulders and chests, where there's usually a big incidence of swelling. So really anywhere you can think of, really small squids can go on the neck in those same kind of whiplash scenarios for neck injuries. So kind of whatever you feel is necessary. And then again, smooth it out, and it looks like we hit our target area pretty well here with that good crisscross pattern. And that's all there is to it.